So like you have one room. This one room is of 8 bits. Likewise, in IPv6, you have this one room of 128 bits. Then you have another room as well, and then you have a lot of rooms in here because it is into the hexadecimal thing, right? So yes. So IPv6 has some extra bits because it is believed that we have invented a lot of devices that are using Wi-Fi, and we are going to go out of it because we are really running on a shortage of internet into this world, and there will be a saturation point when we all will be shifted to IPv6. Really running on a shortage. So this is kind of a backup, and there will be a saturation point when we all will be shifted to IPv6. Really running on a shortage. So this is kind of a backup, and there will be a saturation point. So yes, this is all will be shifted to IPv6. Really running on a shortage. So this is kind of a backup, IPv6 is super powerful out. Then you have MAC address as well. Now, what do I tell you about MAC address? I mean, MAC address is a burnt-in address. Like uh, it's basically a hardware into your system. I'm just gonna show you a quick picture of the MAC address. So then you will realize that how we are changing it and how, like till what extent we can, clone it or mask it or whatever, the things are happening with the Mac port. So I believe, yes, this is the one. Okay, so just bringing you the picture of, yes, I found it finally. So now you can see right here that this is the physical device that is there inside your systems. I'm going to take you through a very deep study of computer first of all, because first of all, you need to understand that what is happening around and how things came up. So this is how your MAC address looks like, and you can see it is there into the WLAN port. And then you can see that MAC ID is also written right here. And then you can see that it is later on expanded with the main and the auxiliary port, you can say. And you'll later on understand that what is the auxiliary scan and what is the auxiliary ports and these kind of things. But just remember this, that you have this MAC hardware, MAC address hardware that is there into your systems, into your laptops, into your CPUs and these kind of things. So now the question is, can we change the MAC address? Because it is a hardware. So can you change the MAC address? Just give me a quick response. Faiz Ahmed says no. Some people say yes, no, yes, no. Amit says no. Okay, it's the yes, no shooting up on the way. Right. So we can change MAC address, but it's difficult, little bit difficult. No, not at all difficult. Okay, let's learn today how to change the MAC address. What say? Not for physical, but yes, for virtual. Okay. We can update firmware, software. No, you do whatever you want to do with software. When the hardware is there, then how will you be able to change this hardware? So basically, the funda is you don't change the MAC address, you mask it, right? Do you know what exactly the meaning of masking it? There is this like physical MAC address. We are masking it up with our fake MAC address, and we can keep any MAC address with that. So when you mask this MAC address inside your operating system, so when you start your operating system once again, then again you'll be able to see your original MAC address right there. So today, these were the two main concepts that I have just now taught you, that in order to make a network connection or any kind of connection in between two devices, you need two things that is called as IP address, and second one is the MAC address. We can spoof the MAC address, we cannot change the MAC address, we can mask the MAC address, but we cannot change the MAC address. Okay. So if it is soldered on green plate, yes, it is soldered on that green plate that you have into your systems. Okay. So I hope I was pretty much able to make sense to you about these two major networking devices that you have into your systems. So now let's come on to that point that I was telling you at that time. So now you can see that I have taken out the IP address of my Linux machine, and it looks very weird. And definitely it doesn't matches up with the command prompt of my primary system. That is 192.168.1.1, 1.21 actually. But right now, here it says 10.0.2.255. Now, this is not at all right, because when you'll go ahead and when you'll try to ping 10.0.2.255 and I'll hit enter, then you can see nothing is happening. The request timed out because my primary machine isn't able to reach out to this Linux machine. And this is really not a good thing. So we will make it to reach out. Control C is used for killing the process, whether it is command prompt or it is the terminal of your Linux, you can say. So now what we are going to do, we are going to use the bridge networking technology. So again, that can be done. How that can be done? Into your settings of VirtualBox. Into the VMware also it is same. So you can see into the network settings. Right now we have this adapter that is not only adapter net, and then you have a lot of other adapters as well. So they have also recently introduced the cloud network as well. But as you can see that it is into the experimental. Then you have different kind of net network that was selected. Generic driver, host only adapter, internal network, that is what the iNet or ARPANET these people were using. Then you have this bridge adapter. Now what bridge adapter will do, it will bridge the connection in between your primary operating system and your Kali Linux operating system. So this is called as the bridge networking process, which we need to follow right here. And you can see that there are a lot of wireless listed over here, but these wireless are not at all worth it. So you can see it's Realtek, PCE, Remote NDIS. I know that I have Intel's, Intel's wireless right here, and you can see you can go into the advanced, and then you have one more thing that is promiscuous mode. That is, into some of the mode. You can say that it is going to stay away from contacting with your primary operating system. But in this case, you can allow two VMs. For example, in some of the cases, we are going to exploit a Windows machine with the help of Kali Linux. So we are going to create two VirtualBox, one with the Windows one, and secondly, we are going to go and take the attacker's machine that is going to be Kali Linux. So we'll ask Kali Linux to attack onto the Linux machine and attack onto the Windows machine. In that case, if you will not allow all the VMs to interact with each other, just not the primary operating system, you have to allow all the VMs to interact with each other. So I'm going to click on allow all. And I'm going to click on OK. And now you'll be able to see when I'm going to close this terminal once. And then this is the first command that you can take. That is ifconfig. I believe even I haven't yet updated it, which is why it is saying ifconfig command not found. And it is also saying that because, I haven't yet updated and updated anything at all, but still I know the methods to run almost everything on Linux. So I'm going to go with the sudo trick. Basically what sudo does, sudo, see, you have two kinds of users into the Linux. We are going to read that in a while, that what kind of different users you have into the Linux, and what is actually the architecture of Linux right here. See, I'm going to introduce you everything about the Linux, but right now I'm just giving you a very very quick tweak about your setting up your machine. So I am going to enter the password. I'm going to hit enter. Okay. So now let's see. Now I'm getting a genuine, an IP address that can be contacted. Earlier it was like 10.0.2. something. That is not a valid IP address. You're gonna have to make a valid IP address. Like you can see that it's right here, which says 192.168.1.2. Let's see if they are able to make connection with each other. So I'm going to open my command prompt. And let me try to ping this machine. This is the first step. You try to ping one machine with another machine, and later on you'll be able to hack one machine to another machines, right? So this is how the process goes. Baby steps first. So I'm going to go with ping, and then I'm going to go with 192.168.1.2. So let's hit enter, and yes, we are now getting the reply from our host machine, you can say. So this machine is up and it is able to communicate with each other, which is why I'm going to get the reply of 32 bytes in 1 milliseconds. So that's how you check if your machines are able to interact with each other or not, because it is really very important, because if you won't do that, you won't be able to learn different kind of tags, and you'll face a lot of problems related to networks as well. So make sure you resolve this quick networking tweak before you get started with the configuration of this one. Okay, so I believe we are done with the networking tweaks. I believe we are done with the display and everything at all. But let's go ahead and open up our settings of VirtualBox. Can you repeat the process? Yes, sure. I can repeat the process, Ranjit ji. Okay. So what I did, I just, before starting my Linux machine, I wanted to do some tweaks into the networking so that my primary machine, that is Windows machine, in which I am installing VirtualBox, in which I'm installing my ISO of Kali Linux. I have successfully installed that, but now these machines are not able to communicate with each other because the networking settings are not done right in that case. So you are going to go inside the settings and you are going to go into the network and you are going to use the bridge adapter. By default, it is going to be net. You have to click bridge adapter and then you have to select the right wireless right here. And then you'll have to go into the advanced settings. You'll have to allow all the VMs in here and you'll have to click OK. This will help to resolve your IP address because earlier the IP address wasn't right, and which was the reason why we were not able to communicate with each other's machine into the command prompt by pinging it. But now we are able to do that, which means we have successfully resolved our networking settings of Kali Linux. Okay, so IP is not coming after sudo ifconfig. How is that possible? What are you saying if you are not able to see the IP address? Just give me a quick response, Uma Maheshwara Rao. Okay, Karthikeyan says, why are we seeing the password which is entered? Why we are seeing the password? Are you able to see my password? Okay, 127.0.0.1. Okay. How to open command prompt in Kali? So in order to open the command prompt in Kali, onto the top left, you will see something like a terminal icon in here. When you will click here, this will open up your terminal emulator. Okay, so loop address is showing for me. Just give me a quick screenshot of that, or let's sort it out once we are done with this session. If your networking adapter is set right, then I think there shouldn't be any problem. Loop address is showing for me. I see. Sorry, not seeing. Okay, so it always happens in Kali that it will not even show you the bullets while entering the password. It will just show you the simple, the blank screen, and it will feel like you're typing nothing. But yes, you are definitely typing in there, and you're gonna have to, play the blind password game. You cannot see anything at all in any Kali mix. So. Is it fine to use Intel Wi-Fi 64A6201 because it's showing multiple options like yours, but I can ping. Yes, as long as you can ping, as long as your internet connection is running fine, as long as you're getting the right IP address like 192.168. something, then everything is perfectly fine. Please repeat the last step about the network. We won't be able to see the password. Yes, you won't be able to see the password. I've just now repeated the steps about the network. I'll repeat it once again. Sir, it was not showing wireless Intel option after the bridge. Oh, it was not showing Intel option. Everybody has different computers. Everybody has different laptops. So yes, you will have to choose one of them. In fact, Mac users will face little problem in this because they'll be seeing a lot of options in here. So what they'll have to do, they'll have to select one option, then again they'll have to see if the ping is coming right or not, then again and again. So it is going to be a hit and trial in some of the cases. Try all of them one by one and one of them will be right. Shortcut for opening terminal is Control-Shift-T. Yes, that's pretty much right, Sunil. So what's the second terminal, root one? Second terminal, you can open second terminal very easily in a single terminal. You just need to click on file and new tab and you can see now I have two tabs into the single terminal. So it's quite easy again. My IP address is up in both the machines. Then you are in right track, Rakesh. How to close terminal using command? How to close? You just have to, click on close. Why do you need shortcut for that? Okay. What should we do if the mouse click is not working inside Kali? I'm gonna, tell you the solution for that in a while. Okay, maybe that's the reason I'm going to use. I mean someone's IP address. Does it means I have access to it? Okay, so what could be the consequences of knowing an IP address? So I believe if you know somebody's IP address, you can pretty much do a lot of things because it's hacking. So you can find what kind of ports are opened up. You can just exploit that machine over the network. Never mind if that machine is somewhere in New Zealand or Australia or wherever in the world. So yes, you can do a quick network mapping, and a lot of things can be done if you know the IP address. And it will be a gold mine if you are sitting under that IP address. Like suppose if you are sitting under that company or like somewhat like that, then it's going to be a terrible thing for them. Okay, able to use internet in Kali still shows request timeout in Windows. No, but if your IP, so yes, if your IP address is not resolved to something like 192.168. something, then there will be issue again. Okay, we can able to change the wired connection to wireless in Kali. Yes, you can. Nmap networks can. Yes, we are going to start these kind of advanced things into the upcoming time, since it is a 3 months long course. So don't worry. It is a good idea to just cover your fundamentals and complete your fundamentals till that time. You can able to change the wired connection to wireless in Kali. Yes, you can. Network map scanning. Sir, I have Intel dual band network adapter and Intel Pro 1000 MT desktop and VB adapters. Aren't able to bridge dual band in network adapter. That's okay if you have dual band in network adapter. Make sure that your IP address is resolved. But that should be public IP, right? Yes, that should be public IP. But there are ways by which we can jump onto them too. So yes, imagine like if somebody is hosting his cyber room on some IP address, that will be public automatically, Neha. And if somebody is hosting a complete server or the local server, if that machine is running any kind of server which is making that system to go public, then it could be really harmful for them. If the security audit is not done right and face a part of any company, then it could be a terrible disaster. Okay, so what will we be achieving till weekend? Till weekend, we are going to complete the whole fundamental related to Linux and from all the fundamentals. So let me just take you a walkthrough about the curriculum. So give me a second. Let me just open up a link for you all. Okay, so putting the chat window aside. Okay, so I believe we have done with the course. We are done with the course introduction. We are done with web pen testing. We are done with types of hackers. We are done for the disclaimer of this course. And we are done for what is vulnerability. Everybody knows now what is vulnerability and VAPT. We know what is OWASP top 10 now. We know the scope and duties of the pen tester in InfoSec companies. Goals for resume building in web pen testing is related to bug bounty. Like I told you, if you can put up some good names under your resume by hitting the bounties under them, then it's really going to be good for because imagine like one of the guy has, I'll just show you in some time in upcoming classes, I'm going to show you the exact copy from Harvard that we have received. Imagine the information security department head is sending us the appreciation letter. So will they deny me if I'll ask them to take and give me an admission in Harvard or somewhat like that? I don't think so, because you have the appreciation letter from them. So getting a big name of some big companies in your resume can definitely take you to the next level. How much and where can I make money from bug bounty? I guess I have introduced you to the bug bounty platforms as well. And I hope as a homework that I have given into my last class, everybody must have signed up over there. It is going to be good for you only. Then we are done with setting up the environment as well. Things to cover in the section, grabbing required downloadable resource, virtualization, VBox, walkthrough, and now today we are going to go with the Linux and the history of Linux, why Kali Linux, installing Kali Linux. Tweaks we are doing right now, updating and upgrading. I'll tell you before completing this class. Then we are going to complete, by this weekend. I believe tomorrow, again, we are going to have the rigorous training. Make sure you are done with completing your updating and upgrading your systems, because tomorrow I'll try to complete the whole Linux fundamental crash course. And I'm going to try to complete this burp suit module training. So, and today we are looking to complete the core fundamental for web pen testing, right? So this sounds interesting to everyone. Today we'll try to achieve and complete this core fundamental of web pen testing today anyhow after doing the tweaks of this. Tomorrow, Linux fundamentals and burp suit complete module training. Burp suit is the gold-like tool over there. Don't forget to attend this class. Then from the next week, we are going to get started with the reconnaissance methodology. The first step to find the vulnerabilities. There is a very good saying in this hacking that you should know about the playground that you are playing, right? So you should know about the technologies where you are looking to find the bugs that can be achieved with the help of reconnaissance methodology. So next week, we are finally going to do something related to hacking that is called as reconnaissance. And then it is going to be a skyrocket in this course from like next week. Right now, we are just building up the fundamentals, and then back-to-back attacks, brute force, command injection, OTP bypass, cookie manipulation, and like what not. So make sure you keep a very good eye while developing these fundamentals. It is a good lightweight class into the starting, but yes, later on, I'm not going to give you much time, and I'm not looking to get any of the excuses that, sir, this has happened like this. Now I've got one of the message saying, sir, my internet speed is slow. I cannot install the Kali Linux. I cannot download the ISO of Linux. But my friend, if your internet speed is super slow that you cannot download the ISO for like whole week, we already just take the weekends. Still, I believe you should be able to, download the ISOs and like update it, upgrade it, and then we are done with it. So it is going to be an interesting course, but from the next week. Okay, so setting up the environment. Okay, right now we are looking to do the tweaks of Kali. So I hope this networking tweak is done. Updating, upgrading, everybody knows how to update and upgrade. Let me just quickly tell you the command for the update and upgrade. So in order to update and upgrade, you just need to write here as apt get update. You can just update first of all, and later on you can upgrade it. But since I'm streaming live right now, so I'm not going to update and upgrade in front of you. Otherwise, the stream will stream will be hindered a bit. Another thing, if you want to fire 2 commands at a time, then suppose apt is what? Apt is the Debian package, or you can say library that is already there. It is asking to get the updated files from there. End is the operator, or the people who are not from the programming language. I'm going to tell them that this is the option to use 2 commands at a time. There are a lot of more options in Linux like piping and all. But right now, if you want to hit 2 commands at a time, then you can go with end operators. And then you're going to have to write here as apt get upgrade, right? So you can do that all together. You can update and upgrade all together. Else you can, put it update and upgrade into the parts as well. Like first you hit apt get update, you update it, and then you hit apt get upgrade, and then you upgrade it. In a while, and sometimes with my experience, that's what I'm telling you. In some of the cases, what happens that Linux will ask you to press Y. In order to do that in advance, you're gonna have to use -y, so that whatever he'll ask, it will go yes. So basically, this is what I just did right now. This is a complete script, you can say. So this is how you do the scripting in Linux. It is not a rocket science to do the scripting in Linux at all. Some people say, into the Nmap, Wireshark, they are making such big scripts out there to do some networking, hacking, and these kind of things. No, it's super easy. It's just fundamental and the implementation of concept. That's it. It's super easy to do the scripting as well in Linux. Okay, so I believe everybody is, everything is all cleared up till here now. If you have any kind of doubts, feel free to ask. And then we are done with these 2 modules. Welcome to the world of penetration testing, setting up an environment. And then we are going to jump onto the core fundamental of web pen testing. So if you have any doubt till these, till these sections, feel free to ask. And then we are like, what's the time? Let me just see. It's 4:30. I believe we should take a 5-minute break. Are you looking to get a break? Okay, I can see a lot of messages right in here, and I'll have to answer it all. So give me a second and let me answer you all, and then we can take the break of like 5-6 minutes. Okay, so let me take the questions again. Sudo ifconfig using nmap scan. Yes, that's pretty much right. Nmap networking scanning. Yes, we are going to read that as well. It is a very fine tool out there for the network testing. And then we can able to change wired connection to wireless in Kali. Yes, you can. Sir, I have Intel dual band in network adapter. I've already answered this. Sir, my IP address was not changing from 10. Are you able to ping from Kali to main system? I think you will have to change this IP address. I told you just go into the network settings and make sure you do the changes. What will be achieving till weekend? Yes, I just gave you a quick walkthrough about this weekend and the next week as well. So I just told you what is going to happen today and in the next week. So make sure you take the head start in that. I see networking to visitor, then advanced type allow all selected from. Is it correct? Yes, that's correct, Munir. A question about bits. Can I ask? Please do ask, Pratik. Can we ping by using IPv6 address? No, IPv6 is not yet implemented into the real life just now, but into the upcoming years, we can definitely see IPv6. Okay, so sudo is not working, sir. Sudo is not working. This is the godlike weapon in Linux. Sudo. What are you saying if you are not, if that is not working? What is CTF and CHS? I saw that coming. Because every hacker loves the CTFs. That is called as capture the flag. And the capture the flag is an exercise that is given by a lot of companies out there, which is why I am, looking to come up with the second course related to CTF. There we are just going to go into the extreme level. One cannot attend that course if you don't have the basic knowledge, because there what happens is that you get like into the next CTF course that I'm building right now. That will be released after like 3 to 4 months from now. That's what I believe. But the amount of research that we put into these kind of courses, because this is you can say the world's most lengthiest and the biggest curriculum at this affordable course. So that's what we do. So into the next course, I'm coming up with a CTF course. In that course, you will have like hundreds of live machines that we will be hacking all along. So that is going to be the course of CTF that I'm about to launch from like 3 to 4 months from now. So CTF is a very big topic to ask about. So definitely, okay. So how about if I make a quick video on CTF on my YouTube channel? Just give me a quick message saying make video on CTF into the chat section, and I'll think about making a video on it on my YouTube channel. By the way, I kept my promise. I made a video related to the timeline of Julian Assange, but I think you didn't keep your promise. I couldn't see any of you into the comment section. So make sure if I'll not see everyone into the comment section, then I'll not make the videos on demand for you guys on YouTube. So make sure you show up into the comment section into my YouTube's video that are at least demanded by you. Okay, so more questions. Sir, please better to release that curriculum. I'm not releasing that curriculum as of now. Please tell in advance about topics that we are going to learn next week and next class. I just told you that what we are going to learn next week, a few minutes back only. After completing this course, can I make money from bug bounty? What happens is that the amount of batches that I've taken in my life, it has never ever happened that the guy didn't hit any kind of bounty at all. While doing this batch, some students gets the bounty in a for sure shot. The amount, the names that I took of the companies and the bug bounties that I told you that my students have already achieved. You'll see that happening in your batch, I'm pretty sure. But what happens? There are some sincere students. There are some least sincere students. There could be a lot of variables for like personal problems or maybe occupational problems or student problems. But yes, the sincere students definitely gets the bounty, and that feeling to get $100 into your bank account within few seconds. And $100 is an old day thing. These days people get minimum of like $300. So you'll see that happening in this batch as well. And I cannot say that all the students will get it, but automatically some students will make you see that happen. I'm pretty sure about it. Okay, sign up of HackerOne, etc. is legal. It's 100% legal. I've been doing this HackerOne and all from quite a long time, from like my college days, and it was my full-time hobby to be a full-time bug bounty hunter, and I used to earn a handsome amount of money from that. Then I took it as hobby, but right now I've changed my path. And I am looking to explore a lot of domains related to information security, development, because, this computer is one blissful thing. You never stop learning in here. It's super exciting all the time. Okay. I have done upgraded step in Kali. That's great, Rukesh. I'm getting black screen in Kali Linux, and in above it is showing Kali Linux is running. Yes, that is corrupted. You will have to install it again. Don't worry about installing and reinstalling the Kali Linux in VirtualBox. As beginner, it has happened with me as well. I'll still remember the time. You guys are still living in a very good phase of Kali Linux. In my time, when I started learning it like 7-8 years back, oh man, I mean, I just installed this Kali Linux within like 3 to 4 days. Every time I used to go up, something used to get crash, or sometimes I used to sit blank. At that time, computers were also pretty slow, the internet was pretty slow, and everything was the resources. There was a lot of lack of resources, and the Kali Linux was terribly unstable at that time because earlier the backtrack was going on for all the hacking things. People used to use backtrack, and recently it got shifted to Kali Linux. Kali Linux was released in front of my eye, you can say, because I am the user of backtrack. When the Kali Linux, basically the name of backtrack was changed to Kali Linux. That this was done by offensive security. I'll show you who are these guys doing such things. So there is a company named as Offensive Security. So this is that company, Offensive Security. That is an information security company. So they, first of all, they introduced the backtrack, and then later on they introduced your Kali Linux. So they are releasing this. You can say Kali Linux. They are the owner of Kali Linux, Offensive Security, and their courses and certifications are also very, very expensive, but very valuable one. And there is one thing, like a lot of people are trying to do OSCP. OSCP can't be done if you will not be solving these kind of CTF challenges and these kind of things. So yes, in order to complete the certifications of offensive security, you'll have to take a lot of knowledge right there. Okay, so Serve and Advanced section course will start. I just gave you a quick walkthrough of the course few minutes back. If you are keeping an attention of on whatever I'm trying to say. Hello, Saksham. My Wi-Fi had some issue. I switched to mobile hotspot now, but the connection is failing between the machines. But why have you switched to the hotspot? Basically, it has nothing to do with the internet or Wi-Fi. You even see, there is this thing. Suppose if your internet is not working, or maybe if your internet is not even there into your system, then also you get the IP address, right? Pretty legit. Even if the internet is not there into your system, still you get the IP address. So it is this, like I told you, this device is meant to communicate from one system, one operating system to another. So keep it like this only, which is why I explained you what exactly the IP address is. So it has nothing to do with mobile hotspot or anything at all. You just have to do some tweaks into the settings, and then you'll be able to successfully bridge the connection, and then you'll see a good IP address flowing in both of them. Okay, update, upgrade, sudo prefix, apt-get update. How to change the terminal color? Changing the terminal color is very easy. I mean, before asking these questions, they are super easy questions that you can even Google as well. But definitely, if you have asked it, then I'll tell you. But these are the extra things, right? I would recommend you to ask me the questions that are technical enough, and then they are also going to help you out, and you'll not find those questions on Google as well, right? So try to find and try to ask me those questions. These entertainment related questions are not going to help you out much, but I understand there is a big excitement of this, what do you say, the terminal thing out there. Even when I opened it up for the first time, then I also remember I converted into like the green and the hacker style of like terminal, you can say. So keep this as a homework. Make sure you go into this appearance, and then you change the color. You can change any color scheme, and you can change any color font and anything at all. So into the meantime, you just open up your terminal and just change the appearance of it according to your ease, or some people like it as the hacker feeling. People like me like to go with simple white text over the black, and these kind of settings. So make sure just show me your terminal, your how your terminal is looking. I would really love to see that how your terminal is looking over my Instagram stories. So after this session, make sure you just modify your terminal, like your hacking terminal, and then share and then tag me on that Instagram story so that I can see them over my Instagram handle, that is Saksham the Computer Guy. Okay, so this is done. What is CTF and CHF? Yes, that's what I'm telling. I'm about to make a video on that. I'm having Ubuntu machine. How can I set up Kali on it? There is a Ubuntu version also available for the VirtualBox. You can try that and you can install the Kali in it. Sir, my laptop is working on iOS latest version M1. Yes, then you're gonna have to go for VMware. Computer hacking and forensics. So I have a question about bits. Can I ask? Please ask. These questions we have done. I guess I'm getting 50 more questions. I'm getting enable package lock. Yes, this, after passing the apt-get update and apt-get upgrade, I'm getting unable to acquire the dpkg front-end lock. Are you root? It is asking what should I do? See, in some of the cases, if you are not able to fire any command and if you are trying to update and upgrade your Kali, still you are not able to do it, your terminal is throwing any kind of error to you, then that's the high time that you update your repository. So update repo Kali is what you have to write on Google, and then you're gonna have to visit this link and see it's there into the etc apt sources.list. And then you'll be what you have to do, there is a file over there, you'll have to write this thing over there. Also, how to update your package and these kind of things, I also have a video on this. So I'm going to share you the resource. I'm pretty sure that some of you people are definitely going to receive these kind of errors in here. So I'm just gonna go here and I'm going to give you a video about how to update the repository of Kali Linux, and then you won't face any problem. In fact, I also have a video of how to get a good internet connection speed inside your Kali Linux, because sometimes internet is super slow inside your Kali. So into the playlist, when you go on my channel, that is Saksham the Computer Guy, you'll go into the playlist, and inside the playlist you have a playlist named as Kali Linux. This is a very wonderful playlist, right?
When I was a student, so, I'd write long essays that I'd work on for days.
People are looking into
now I'm writing short.
Okay, Grammarly. It's a very good music in here. Anyways. Good music. Try to listen it into the free time. So here you can see how to make Kali Linux 2018 full screen working and easy method. You can upgrade your Kali to the full screen, and if you will check out this, we have the next video coming up which says Kali Linux slow internet speed issue solved. People are still doing comments on it that hey, it's still working, and solving update error in Kali Linux, updating Kali Linux. So this is also you have right in here, and you also have the Kali Linux. You also have the installation of Mac version in here of the Kali Linux. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just share you this playlist into the chat section, and you can then sort out this update issue as well. I hope everybody must have received the playlist by now. Okay, so I have, sometimes back I have, okay. So also we are in a word with TryHackMe. TryHackMe is looking to give his premium machines for our students for free for our next course. So yes, next course is going to be super duper amazing, I believe. But anyways, still 2-3 months is like, I need 2-3 months more in order to prepare that course so that you can love the content of that too. And I believe in this course, the amount of content that you will find over the internet in any hacking course we have all of that into this curriculum. So it is really a master course out there. Hacker 101 gives CTF. I prefer try hack me more on a beginner level. Okay, make video CTF, Vishnu, Dhaval, Hemlata, Dhaval, Uma Mahesh Rao, please make. Rohit Sharma says make. So I am getting at least how many comments? Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rohit, Ayush, Tushar, Asar, Shrikant, Faiz. Okay, a lot of comments right here to make a video on CTF. And if I don't get your comments into the comment section, I'm definitely going to ask you a question in that question in that video that I'm about to make on CTF on YouTube just for you people. So make sure you just reply me into the comment section so that I can see that every of my students have watched it. Okay, so also make a series on Linux. Yes, I'm looking to make a series on Linux really soon. How to get into root user? It is never a good idea to use a root user because root user has all the privileges, you can say. If you have all the privileges right there as a root user, then it gets very dangerous into the field of hacking, which is why Kali Linux is also not giving you the root user as by default. In earlier days, like about 2 years before from now, by default you used to get the root user in Kali Linux machine, but later on they realized that it's really very dangerous to give a root user, because root user has a lot of privileges out there, and when you do the hacking, then definitely a lot bad can happen. Okay, there is one more thing that I wanted to tell you. It just reminded me because a lot of my students got hacked at the time, but they were hacked in between their groups only, so that wasn't a big issue. What happened is that, suppose like this is the Kali Linux, and if I go into the settings, this is a quick trick that you have to take care about. So what happens, like, their friends came up in between, and that guy was really smart, really, really smart. He said, hey, he was telling to one of the friend that, and it happened into my online batch only, into the group, like he texted him personally, and he was like, hey, bro, my Kali Linux got crashed. Can I get your VDI file? It will save my time and blah, blah, etc., etc. He convinced him to give his VDI file. So what happens when you give Linux VDI file to your friend? So suppose if your email is logged in, if your data is there, if your sessions are there, then you can lose a lot of things. And when you do the bug bounty full time, then you definitely open up your emails and these kind of small things at least into your Kali Linux sometimes. So all of that session will be gone to your friend. That happened in that case also. He got the access of his email and everything. Though later on he reported him, and he taught him a lesson that you should never give this Kali Linux.vdi to any of your friends. So make sure you keep that in your mind. Video on Assange was great. Yes, Anand, but I couldn't see your comment over there on that video. But anyways, thank you for appreciating me. I'll keep on making some custom videos to you. And if you feel like you have some more topics that I can make a video on, then feel free to text me on Instagram saying that I'm a student of CSM, and then I'll give you a priority definitely. Don't know why my Kali is hacked. Again, go to that playlist. In that playlist, you'll have a video saying that how to make Kali full screen and smooth. So yes, you can make your Kali Linux full screen like it's your primary operating system, and it won't, your cursor won't go like this in slow motion. Nothing like this will happen, right? So if you will just upgrade your Kali Linux and update your Kali Linux, and then when you'll see my video that how to make Kali Linux full screen, then your Kali Linux will also be working as a full-time thing over there. I tried to restart it multiple times, but it is getting hang. Okay, you'll have to install it again. Need for a long time resume. I watched live sessions in mobile and Kali in laptop so that it won't hang. I see. Install the grub bootloader to your primary device. Yes, that's the grub bootloader that I was talking about. If you'll Brajan, B Rajan, I guess. If you will not, and this is a lesson for everyone too. The grub bootloader, if that is not loading up perfectly while installing it, then you'll definitely face a lot of issues out there. Let's take a quick break, sir. After answering the questions, I'm going to take a quick break. Only 25 questions are more. So let's see what do we have in here. So there was no way to sign up at Bugcrowd. How, Ganesh? There is a sign up form over there at Bugcrowd. Check it properly. Even shut down my Kali and VMware, but still it is getting my Kali and getting hanged. Okay. Try the full screen methodology, Ayush. What to do for this pop-up while installing the Kali? Which pop-up? Why 32-bit is x86 and why 64-bit is x? Because that is the version and that's how it is defined in defining the architecture. Because let's see if my Kali is running here. So I'll tell you. So I know this command for this in order to sort it out. Here it is. So right now, don't about the commands and these kind of things into the Linux. We are going to take a complete course of what are the commands that we can fire. So Pratik, like your question was why 32-bit is x86 and 64-bit is 64. So you can see that's how it is written and defined into the architecture. You can see that Linux Kali 5. When you write uname a is for all. And I'm trying to know the username of my Kali Linux machine, which says Linux Kali and 5.7.x version is installed, SMP Debian 2027.1, that's the release date basically. And then the 86th version. So it is the architecture that is defined over there already. So that's how they represent it into your computers. Sir, network settings again, short word. Oh man. Just mercy on me. I am already, 3 times I have repeated that. So again, I'm going to tell you one more time. Go to settings. Okay, I'll just show you. You guys really should keep your eyes open. Else, I'm not going to repeat one thing 4 times in a session. Else, we won't be able to complete this course. So make sure you keep your eyes open. So anyways, if this is your operating system, go to settings and then go to network. Here it was net. So make sure you change it to bridge. Select your wireless, advanced, allow all, click OK, it's done. And then check your IP address if it is coming right. Sir, I'm using how do I install Linux? You'll have, Ketan, you will have to use the VMware. After network settings, when I put IP from CMD request is not processed, says internet command not found. Even I have faced that request. See, Puranjoy, if you are watching my session very carefully, then you will see that even I have got the same prompt, but very smartly, I was putting sudo before hitting these kind of commands. So, which is why, we were doing, which is why this error was ignored. Okay, so I'm unable to ping Kali IP from local where opposite is not reachable. Okay, you'll have to make both of them reachable. If your IP address is resolved by 108 or something like, it should not be 10.0. something anywhere. So if that is resolved, you'll be able to reach out to each other. After passing A, I'm getting directories logged. So I told you the solution just now. You'll have to update your repositories and then it will be fixed. And I also have the video for that. That's why I gave you the playlist of that Kali Linux series. So make sure you check out that playlist for the solution. Ketan, I have already replied your question, I believe. I thought you said we are going on break. Even I was looking to go on a break, but I thought to sort all the questions before that, and then I can go on to the break. Okay, so as a sudo apt update. Okay, so people are helping each other out here. It's really good to see that. How to check update is complete, Sunil and Sumit. Update and update, it gets 100%. How is OSCP minimum PDF file 850? Yes, in order to get the preparation done for OSCP, that is why we are coming up with this CTF course. I believe one certification, the one attempt of this OSCP is costing you for like 1,30,000, and then you get two attempts in that. If you are not passed, then your 1,30,000 is drained away. So, in order to invest such huge amount, you should first learn everything and then try to think about it. Okay, I guess I'm paying, so people are able to ping. Okay, where this? Thanks a lot. What is Hack the Box? Hack the Box is also a CTF machine. CTF challenge it is now. How much next course will cost? Everything will be out really soon. I cannot, confirm you exact details right now, but maybe in upcoming weeks you'll be able to, see that thing. I have an account on TryHackMe is coming up as an official partner of ours. So iNeuron is going huge definitely with such collaborations. Are we going to have a break? That's what I'm looking for. Make video. Yes, I'll make the video. Please start the topic. I'm looking to take a break. Start. I'm keen, interested. Yes, same here. We need to download Burp Suite. You don't need to download Burp Suite. It is already there into your Linux machine, already installed. Thanks. People are sorting each other out. That's really good. CTF course is free of cost. Okay, so I'm putting up a free tutorial series as well of CTF on my YouTube channels. Keep an eye on that. Difference between APT update and APT get update. Both of them works. There is no difference in that, Harry. Okay, so why we downloaded the latest version of Tally Portal? Why are we required to still do an update? See, into the latest ISO, it will come in like 3.7 GBs or something, and then you need a lot of new packages as well. For example, you need some, for example, you need some PHP packages, you need some SQL packages, you need the latest version of Python inside your Kali Linux machine. So if you won't have these latest versions of these programming languages, these latest version of programming languages come up when you update and upgrade everything. So with this upgrade, you get such things, and that will make the tool to run without any problem at all out there. So make sure you upgrade them, and that upgrade comes up with some extra space. And they keep on sending the upgrade, new upgrades. For example, like a new Python version is there, so it will send you the upgrade. They cannot put that inside the ISO already, which is why there is an option of there is an option to update. Break, sir. Oh yes, even I am looking to get a break, but just two more questions and then I'm done, I believe. Burp is community version in Kali. Yes. 2.96 latest version. Yes. How often we should perform update and update? I guess once in 2 months, I believe. 2 or 3 months less. While closing Linux, is it asking three options like save state, send, shutdown? No. First of all, shut down your Kali Linux exactly like you shut down your Windows, and then close it. And once it is completely, shut it down, then close the window of VMware. Else, it will definitely get hindered, and it can crash. Okay, seems like we are done with all the questions. I believe everybody is satisfied and have got the answers, all of them. Sometimes it gets hard to reply 150 or 200 questions at a time. But trust me, most of the times I know the errors you are about to ask, because this is happening with me from like last 5 years. I've been teaching information security from like last 5 years. In most of the times, I know the errors that you are about to ask, which is why I'm able to answer all the doubts of yours like Wikipedia, because it is getting repeated again and again. But anyways, let's take a quick break. I believe it's 4:55 right now. I'll see you back again exactly at 5:05. I believe 5:05 is good. Good to go. Like, is this a good time to meet back again? 5. Okay. 5:05. 5:10. No, we are not going to take 15-minute break. We are just going to take 10 minutes of break. That's enough, I believe. So let's meet at 5:05 p.m. again. Take a quick break. Just walk a bit, and just have some water and something like that. have some candies, and yes, that's how you read, that's how you study. You cannot study straight away for like 5 to 6 years. That is never a good habit. Take a break, and I'll be back again. Chai sutta maro, Samir says. So yes, sutta wale sutte maro, but yes, हम लोग तो सुट्टा मारते नहीं हैं. But anyways, जो भी करना है करके आओ, 10 minutes में अपना मूड फ्रेश करके आओ, and then I'll see you back again. Information networking. Let's go. Okay, we can start. So now, next up that I would like to cover, since I was about to cover Linux crash course today itself, and I have made a very good resource for you. But since a lot of people haven't yet updated and upgraded their Kali Linux, which is why I am not resuming this session of Linux fundamental right now. We are going to learn about the web pen testing fundamental right now. But you can see this is a very amazing presentation in which you'll understand everything from the shell, process, package, architecture, permission, networking, and then the history that how the Linux came up. It took me quite a while to, reveal this complete history, exactly the timeline from when the Linux is born. This is the type of exclusive content that I'm about to deliver tomorrow. So make sure you attend tomorrow's class. We'll be clearing up all of these, fundamentals and a very good representation, you can say, starting right from the hardware to like how your kernel is interacting, how your shell is interacting, how the utilities are working, how the application are interacting with kernel. These are the core fundamentals. Even if you're not from hacking, then also you should know actually. In fact, this is a very basic thing, that how your kernel is interacting with a lot of application layers and a lot of devices out there, a lot of hardwares out there. These are the basic fundamentals that you need to know, that what exactly the kernel is, system library, utility programs, hardware, shell, and a lot of shell commands, and these kind of shell versus command prompt, and these kind of things that we are about to cover tomorrow. I was about to take this whole Linux architecture as well, about the file architecture and all, but it is going to be a super interesting session tomorrow, which I was about to deliver today. But since we are still, I'm going to wait for a day more so that you can complete your setup and make sure you do that tonight anyhow. Okay, let's now move on to the second module, which says core fundamental for web pen testing. Now, this is really an important one. I already made you understand that what exactly an IP address is. Now it's the time to cover up your fundamental related to what HTTP and what HTTPS is, and what are these different kind of things that are right here. So let's go ahead and let me just open up my PPT and the presentation in order to make you understand about the core fundamental for web pen testing. So let me just minimize it, or let me just close this presentation so that my laptop could take some air out there. I have to open up that PPT again. Give me a few seconds. I'm just opening up that, and then we are going to come up. All right, everybody. So your fundamentals are going to get cleared here into HTTPS fundamentals, and this will also give you an approach that how you can actually think like a hacker, which is really important. You need to understand that how to think like an hacker, right? So there is definitely a process in order to think like an hacker. So first of all, what happens is that when you write something, like suppose, let's take one thing at a time. Can anyone tell me in the chat that what is the difference between HTTP and HTTPS protocol? Just give me a quick response over the chat, and then we will, it will be good to know from your side that what exactly. So it says secure for HTTPS, security, secured, HTTPS is secured. S is referred for secure. Secure and unsecure. HTTP equals to encrypted. Yes, this is the answer that I love. This answer was, see, what happens in interviews is that you need to hit a correct bullseye of the answers. Basically, everybody knows the answers these days, but when you'll be showing up into the interviews, they are looking to hear something technical. Like this Vishnu has given a very good answer. He said HTTPS equals to encrypted. This is a good answer that I can think of. Why? Because it is little technical, and secondly, it is a bullseye, the exact thing. Because when you say that HTTPS is secured, what do you think? HTTPS can't be hacked if it is secured? Just give me a quick response. SSL certificate, yes, that is also a very good answer by Saurabh. These things, and yes, port 80 and 443, it can be hacked, right? Security is a myth. Yes, this is one of my favorite lines. Security is a myth. So basically, you cannot say that HTTPS is secure, but basically S here stands here to for securing it only. But what happens is that when you register a website on GoDaddy or somewhat like that, you go ahead and take your domain, which says www.xyz.com. But what happens that it is hosted somewhere into some of the hosting right there. but still you'll be able to see that your website is not showing up as the secure thing over there. For example, if we go ahead and open up this website, you can see it says connection is secure. But the moment you will open any website that is not secured, for example, look at this website of iNeuron.ai, you have this lock right here, which says view site information. So this is being shown when you install the SSL certificate, or like this iNeuron.ai, you can also see a very high level of SSL that is being configured by Facebook. Let's go ahead and open up the facebook.com and let's see what we have got. Okay, so I think I'm not able to see this SSL in here, but still, in earlier days, you were able to see some green screen right here, which say green icon, you can say right here, which says secure, right? So this secure is being done when you purchase your domain, you purchase your hosting, then you configure the SSL certificate as well. In most of the times, websites like Hostinger and these people are already doing your SSL certification configuration when you purchase the hosting and domain, but you can also configure it manually as well. So if you are installing SSL certificate, what happens in that case is that when we'll be taking the section of Wireshark, you will realize that your packets are basically taking your information from one place to another. HTTPS, all the information that is stored inside the packet is encrypted. Now that encryption, there are a lot of different kind of encryption available out there in the market, for which you'll have to read a little bit about cryptography. Facebook doesn't like security. They do like security. There's nothing like that. So this is one thing that you need to know about. What is the difference between HTTP and HTTPS, right? I hope everybody is cleared about this. HTTP and HTTPS. Just give me a quick response and then we'll move further with our next thing that is called as subdomain and domain name, right? Seems like everybody understood that what is the difference between HTTP and HTTPS. Now, next thing is subdomain and domain. There are two things. Like iNeuron.ai is domain, you can say, but you can also host multiple subdomains. Now, there is a difference between, like, suppose, for example, if I go into the course section, then you can see it says courses.iNeuron.ai, which means it is a subdomain. I'll give you one more example. For example, if you write here as csm.ineuron.ai, this is again a subdomain. But suppose if I go on to iNeuron.ai and then if I go ahead and talk about it, learn now, again, this is taking me to different page. So suppose if I go ahead and click on this blockchain development course, this is also introduced recently by Telesco sir. Naveen sir is, also delivering a really good quality content along with Chris. Chris sir is legend already, we all know. But anyways, so what I wanted to tell you is that courses in courses.iNeuron.ai / is right here, right? And then you have this full stack blockchain development. This is something that is written over here. So this is the subdomains page, you can say, right? So in subdomain, you see the first part, instead of www, you see a different keyword by which you can host a complete new website, and you can put anything over there, right? So csm.iNeuron.ai is a subdomain again. Courses.iNeuron.ai is subdomain again. But if anything is written after the URL, after followed by the /, then it is a page, and this page is nothing more than a directory, you can say. For example, I'll just quickly show you. Like, suppose if I go into my computer and right here, suppose if I go into this PC and if I go into, like, let's say C drive, and then if I go into Intel, then what is happening right here? This looks like a stab because this is a very neat interface developed by Microsoft. But actually, when you'll click here into the blank section, then you'll see that we are inside the C folders Intel directory. Again, nothing is right here. So I would like to go into program files where I'll be able to see more folders right here. So if I go ahead inside this Dropbox thing, so now you'll be able to make much more sense. Now, what is written here? That it's the program files 86, and then inside the program files you have another folder which says Dropbox. So this link somewhat looks like, I'll open up the notepad. Okay, so this address looks somewhat like this, right? And if I open up this, and if you compare it with a simple link, then what same thing that you can understand by this. In this case, C drive is our hard drive, right? In this case, this is the C drive of a web server. Inside that web server, there must be a folder in which the files of full stack blockchain development must be hosted. So you see these /, this is nothing more than a directory that should look like inside a hosting, you can say. So this was a quick walkthrough towards the URL, domain and subdomain name, right? So if you have any doubt related to domain and subdomain, just feel free to tell me back again. Else we'll proceed further with the different things again. All right, please repeat once again. Okay, so the difference between domain and subdomain is iNeuron.ai is a domain name, but courses.iNeuron.ai, since the courses is right here, it's not iNeuron.ai, which means it is a second part of a primary domain, you can say, that is a subdomain. So this courses.iNeuron.ai is a subdomain, and you can say that this csm.iNeuron.ai, this is again a subdomain, you can say. So this is subdomain. What we call only .ai or .com, .net, yeah, it doesn't matter if it is .com or .ai or